Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in tripping orange and black and white. Whole day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, single bottle, never stop it. So the feastin' on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in
Welcome
Hey!
to Bengals and Brews.
You are watching Bengals and Brews.
Joe Burrow's injured, guys.
It's a Thanksgiving spectacular.
He's out for the season.
Who?
Yep.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, quit! I quit.
Damn it!
Show's over.
Hey, on
Why
a
didn't
plus
nobody
side,
tell me about that? I mean,
on a plus side, I have a deal in place with Ocean Spray to represent their cranberry sauce.
this was literally me Thursday night.
Yeah.
Make it stop, Derek. Stop.
That was literally worse than watching the fucking accident actually happen on Thursday night football.
Yeah, that was annoying, man. Well, we lost all the
you guys
viewers.
hadn't had babies in a while.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't need that sound in my life.
This show is much better when you get back in your fucking truck and turn off the camera. That was terrible, Derek.
Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, y'all.
It's not
Is
Thanksgiving.
Greg.
Is it happy, Greg? Is it
Yes,
happy?
it is happy.
We're all
You know what's
fucking
happy for me? Because Ocean Spray cranberry sauce liked my comment on how good I like their cranberry sauce.
You know why it's happy for Dale? Because
Why's
he just hit a big 11-leg parlay.
Yeah,
that's
I only
true.
have $5 on it, though, so it didn't win.
That's
Like
all
Hey,
right.
nothing tops
Well,
off.
you ain't though. Hey,
Nothing tops off.
3 bets in the past week, Derek. 3.
don't you
Nothing
hate
tops
that,
off
though?
team cranberry sauce, and everybody wants to debate me. Go for it.
I mean, an 11
He's still talking about
11-leg
cranberry
parlay
sauce.
for me.
Look, I had a fucking great parlay going on too, but the best player in college football came 4 yards fucking short. Brian Kelly, I knew he was going to pull this motherfucker, man.
That's
I just
why.
needed 4 yards from Jaden Daniels, man, and Brian Kelly pulled him.
Why can't you
So what
guys?
if we were winning by 150 points? Let the man in there. He was going to, if he would have threw one more touchdown, he would have beat Joe Burrow's record.
Why can't you guys just enjoy the game and not bet, man? Just relax and enjoy the game.
That's
Why
what
can't
makes
you
it
shut the fuck up, Greg, and
enjoyable.
don't bitch at us about our gambling habits?
I ain't bitch at you. I'm just enjoying life.
Well,
It's only a problem when you lose day after day after day, like I did last week.
it's not too bad when you win $4,600 and you're playing with house money. It
This
doesn't
is why
sting
this is
you.
why we're all talking at once. Also, we've been off for a week. We don't know how to act. We're so excited.
That's
We
true.
want to do shows. Just things haven't worked out. A lot of doctor's appointment. Had a sleep study last night. That was awful. It took all this stuff up to you. Put this stuff in your hair. Even it's just ridiculous.
I've done it.
I may or may talk more about that later. Depends. on the
Everybody
days I have.
should. To be honest, everybody should get a sleep study. It doesn't have to be big fucking guys, because you're sleep apnea and shit. Little skinny fuckers like Derek, you could have problems sleeping too, and that could cause high blood pressure, heart disease, heart
Man, we're
failure.
getting all serious here. But
I
yeah,
am
if
getting serious,
but
man.
if a fat guy like me, then you definitely
Yeah.
should get one.
You don't have to be fat as shit like Dale. You could be skinny as fuck like Derek.
All I heard was
You
like
could be
Derek.
somewhere in the middle of the two of them like fucking Greg. Or you could be even bigger like fucking me.
Before your weight loss surgery.
Before my weight loss. I'm bigger than you now, probably still.
No, probably not.
I know what size shirt you wear and because you ordered them from my thing, and I go one size above you.
No, it's just because your cock's big and
That's
you have
true.
to tuck it around your stomach.
That's true. I got the biggest,
around.
giantest, most fucking large cock down here in the Ohio River Valley.
I did not get tons of sleep, Paul. I'm going to be honest. Like, they had to change the mask like 3 times. And then, I'll just go ahead and tell the fucking story. Why not? So I was telling these guys,
Oh,
no one's hardly watching anyways, except our friends.
Our
Yeah,
friend.
we'll get to 50 wins.
our friend Magic Miguel.
So, Marissa says I talk in my sleep and all this stuff, the roommate. And so I'm just curious because I remember having a dream last night. So in this dream, I was like, back in high school, I don't know what was going on. Then there was karaoke going on. There was a lot going on prior, but then it was like I must have done something to piss people off, but people wanted to use me for clout, and or they hated me. Like people was like, "Fuck you," but then this one was like, "I'll be your assistant and I video you and do," and I'm like, I don't want all that. But then she started sucking my dick in this dream. So I'm getting a blowjob in this dream, and I wake up and I'm like, oh fuck, man. All I could think about for then, and I got like 35 minutes till I leave. I'm like, well, I'm awake. Do I have to go back to sleep? I said on the thing, I'm like, because I'm laying there like I can't sleep. I'm just thinking, who knows what I was saying? Like, was I moaning? Was I like, oh yeah,
Right,
baby?
yeah.
Like they've got a camera on you. They've got a microphone so they can hear everything you're saying.
You're on the dark web somewhere, Moaning.
You need to get that. You got to get that footage and put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I am a little embarrassed for myself on that one. And there's poor ladies that had to work there last night. If I did have a sex dream and you're watching,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
It wasn't about any of you. It
Damn.
was a
at
rant.
least you
I don't
had
know
your
who this
clothes
person
on, though. When I went and did my sleep study, I took my clothes off because I can't sleep with clothes on. So I went in there and stripped them off and laid in the bed.
Now, pork chop, that's how I am when I have to take a crap sometimes. I got to take my clothes off to air myself out.
Well, it's a good thing you're not me. You'd have shit in their bed.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's Bengals and Brews without Joe Burrow.
Right.
We got
Our
stories.
Thanksgiving ham is better than turkey spectacular.
Do I need to like hang this up in the back somewhere or
Upside down.
Yeah,
Upside down for Browning.
Hey,
that's it.
right now, you can get your Jake Browning jersey 30% off for Black Friday.
Hey, let's not forget about Ryan Finley, too,
I got
man.
mine
We can
on the
get
way.
a backup quarterback to come in against the Steelers and go legend status in Cincinnati. They could build a fucking statue of Ryan Finley outside of Paycor.
Everyone, I know you have a Ryan Finley jersey. Bring it out this Sunday.
No,
Your knowledge is fucked up because I don't have one.
Nobody has the Ryan. I think there are some out there.
Ryan Finley
Just
was number
because of
5,
that
and
name.
T. Higgins probably isn't going to play, so you could take that duct tape on your T. Higgins jersey and write Finley on it.
Do we know? Well, let's dive into the injuries. Do we know? You want to start off with T. Higgins? Do we know if he's going to be out there or not? Any updates?
I don't know. Was he at practice? Because I saw the picture where Sam was at practice from Jay Morrison,
Yeah.
and I zoomed in for the ladies and Who Day Joe.
I haven't heard anything. Whether or not he was, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, Jerry.
He is-
You ready?
per James Rapine, he isn't dressed for practice, but he did jog up the hill. So
Oh, he's jogging up
he
the
also
hill.
went bowling over a week ago.
Right.
At what point do you ask the question, is T holding out because of his agent?
You just kind of wonder.
Also, remember number 18, man. He didn't come back in and play because it wasn't going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope guys like Yosavash and Chuck Sizzle and
Right.
Trenton Irwin, I hope all these guys ball out, because they're going to probably get another opportunity again this week. I will say a reason to be positive for this game is the jersey combination. We got the orange jerseys, the black
Elite.
pants, and orange socks, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's an elite combo, and we're undefeated in those.
I guess I'm wearing my orange jersey, huh?
Wear my Sam Hubbard orange.
We need to know. These are the questions we need answered. Does Jake Browning have orange pandas?
I think that he's more of a like a pony guy at this time because he doesn't have that Air Jordan money yet.
Sponsorship.
You
Right.
don't have the money yet. Yeah.
Right. So he's probably going to be kicking some ponies out there, or Adidas. Like back in the day when Michael Jordan was going to sign with Adidas and Nike swept his ass away. Yeah. So
What if
Is
he's
there
wearing?
is there an MJ Adidas shoe out there somewhere?
no,
Those
he
gotta
never
be
did.
worth
He never
something.
signed with Adidas. He was going
he
to, but
did-
then they drove down. You got to watch that movie.
I thought it was
I
Converse.
do
Air.
need to watch it.
I did watch Air. They didn't come
You
out with a fucking
burping on the
Michael Jordan Adidas.
fucking
Huh?
man just talks and burps and keeps talking.
Yeah. It's gas. Well, I don't have a stomach, so I gotta let that gas out. You know, gotta keep going,
Didn't miss a beat.
right? Hey, I got a lot of fucking experience at it, man. You guys are only fucking 30-something years old.
Well, I was going to say, what if Jake Browning has New Balance on? Then he would become Derek's new favorite player. He would overtake
Or-
Kirk Cousins.
Or
The
Skechers.
dad shoe.
Skechers too.
Hey, I'm literally wearing Skechers right now.
What about Converse? What about Converse?
Converse aren't dad shoes, but
Converse
Skechers
is like-
and New
Hey.
Balance are dad shoes.
I just got myself a new pair of Carolina work boots, which is awesome. Maybe they should say he should sign with Carolina.
Just
Yeah,
wear
he
some-
come out
he's
there
got
with his
some
Carolina
steel-toe
work boots
out
on.
there.
Yeah.
Hey
Well,
man,
he's gonna have work to do.
dude. When you—that's what we're defending themselves. Wear steel-toed shoes and kick the guy in the knee.
All right, so we've done a little bullshit talk. We've done a little Bengals talk. Now I feel like we need to get back to bullshit for a little bit after this. I think so, but I don't know.
Yeah, he was
so
dressed.
I was just listening to some Bengals rumors thing on YouTube, and it was saying that he was out there limited, and they said usually limited means playing on Sunday.
Probably for him. I mean, that we need
Yeah.
everybody on defense, especially because
Yes.
the Steelers made the biggest move of trade deadline came and
Yeah.
passed. No big move really that in the North, but man, the big move came down yesterday. Matt Canada fired. They
Did
couldn't
you
wait
hear
one
that-
more game. One more game.
Oh,
Right.
That guy's awful. I
Yes.
wanted him calling the plays for the Steelers.
Hey, you know what? Also, you and Tyler Kelly probably had a hard on at the same time when you were at your sleep study and Matt Canada got fired. That motherfucker Tyler Kelly, that Steelers fan, who'll be here Friday on our show,
You
probably
sent him
got
the link.
a
You sent him
giant
the link
fucking
yet?
erection, huh?
You sent him a link yet?
No, I'll get his. I need to get his Twitter thing so that I can have you send him a link.
See, I knew I liked Matt. He also wears Skechers. Skechers are comfortable, man. I don't know what.
I wore the shit out of Skechers and New Balance for
We
a
got a
while.
Bengals win 28-10. Who they
I was
eat
gonna say-
shit? Jensberg. I like it.
Yeah.
Russ. Here's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of confidence from our fans, and I do love it. I'm sorry, guys. It's not me. I can't. Joe's down. I'm not seeing the playoff run that everyone's talking about.
Well, I said in our group chat, man, out of all the people that's positive about this, it's fucking Matt. The guy that's all like,
bourbon.
we're fucking doomed. If Joe Burrow goes 3 and out for one fucking series.
Oh,
he's on
you
there-
wait. You wait. First play happens. If it's not a touchdown pass from Jake Browning, he's going to be fucking
Yeah.
losing his mind.
I can
Saying it's
vouch.
over.
So those of you know me, the guy sitting next to me for my season tickets is a complete asshole. Like, he started hitting me, and so I had to move seats. This dude was
His name's
driving me
Matt, Bengals and Bourbon.
He's-
nuts. No, it wasn't him. And I
His
started
name-
getting behind Matt and Santori and them, and then Bengals weren't scoring on the third, fourth quarter. Matt was all fired up, and he's like, "Greg, you need to get your ass out of here right now and go sit back in your seat." And I'm like, "Holy shit, man!" I mean, Matt, if
now
you
he's offering you the seat next to him.
yeah, I mean, no, Matt, if you watch this, I love you to death, man. But that night, man, you were scaring the crap out of me, bro. And
Oh, Matt knows. Matt has to know. Like, that's the
Yeah.
thing, man. I don't think we're breaking news. Anybody has to. He laughs about it. Like,
Yeah.
he does.
Mhm.
He
He'll
is
be
the
like,
most
I was
bipolar
negative
fan.
for when we pull out a game. He's like, I was negative that whole game for a reason. That led us to the win.
right,
Yeah.
He's not superstitious or anything.
So, but anyway, he's like, we're in the group chat, and he's like, he's good for 4 or 5 wins. I said, I don't want 4 or 5 wins. 4 or 5 wins, we pick in the fucking 20s, man. It's all or nothing. Jake Browning comes out and he fucking balls out like Brock Purdy and takes us to the promised land. And we build a fucking statue of him in lot 1 and bring it to the tailgate every fucking week. Or we only
Jake the
win
Snake
this week,
Browning.
and then we pick in the top 10.
No, we got to sweep the Steelers.
I was gonna say but I really want to win this week. I may not be
This
confident
it.
for the
Just this one.
season, and you need the $100 from that motherfucker.
Yeah, that
Tyler Kelly,
motherfucker
so.
Tyler Kelly's gonna take. I bet $100 before.
What's up, Robert?
What up, Robert?
What's up, bro?
Rob?
I
Yeah,
bet it
and that-
before
I mean-
Joe Burrow got hurt.
We are going to see what this team and the coaches and Zach and stuff really have right now, too.
Oh, and by the
over
way,
this stretch. I'm not
Tyler
confident.
Kelly searched that fucking stadium out of 66,000 fucking seats. And yes, he found the seats right next to me in that fucking stadium.
Oh, jeez.
I swear to God,
That
man.
is very impressive, honestly.
That
And then
is
it worked,
impressive.
and then he already had that, and then Burrow gets hurt.
Yes.
Like, I blame him, honestly.
Yeah, he's a cocksucker. That son of a bitch.
And Matt Canada gets fired. This guy's just
Told
on a
you.
roll right now.
So
Fucker, man. It's all a plan to get my 100 fucking
You guys all
dollars.
got to be here Friday to tell Tyler Kelly that he's a dumb piece of shit with his
Yeah.
post comment after
just
comment.
fill the comments up.
Yeah.
So I did one thing about the Matt Canada firing. I was listening to Locked On NFL, and the Locked On Pittsburgh guy was talking about it. And apparently at the Pittsburgh University, or whatever, University of Pittsburgh, whatever it is, at their games, and then at the hockey rink at their games, they had like F Matt Canada and Fire Matt Canada chants going.
Oh,
the
you
whole
could
time.
hear it during their games, too.
Could
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Good
I heard
Lord.
that during their games.
So, and,
Yeah.
and you know what, though? Honestly, I see Kenny Pickett as a backup style quarterback. I don't think he's one of 32 right now. Well, one of 15, because there's not 32 good quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't understand how that's possible, but so we'll really see, I think, from this point forward whether or not
Are
he's
you going to
be
be
their
on
guy.
the show Friday, Derek?
Friday? I should be.
Wait till you hear this son of a bitch talk about Kenny Pickett. I swear to God, he thinks he's fucking elite quarterback. I'm like, dude, you come on, man. You know shit about football. You cannot say that. Like, I understand that your team and you're biased, but you're fucking dealing with Andy Dalton. Like, he's good enough to win some games and get you maybe to the playoffs every once in a while, but he is not the guy.
Ross,
Kirk
I don't-
Cousins
I
is
don't
the
really
guy
think-
more. No
I don't
offense,
really
Derek.
think
Kirk Cousins
Pittsburgh-
is the guy more, and Kirk Cousins ain't going to the promised land either.
I think he might have got usurped because they're liking what Josh Dobbs is about right now.
Yeah, they need to
Yeah.
draft somebody.
Yes.
Minnesota. I don't
Yes.
think Josh Dobbs is going to keep Justin Jefferson in Minnesota.
The problem though is I don't think they're going to be low enough to where they're going to have a shot at one of these top tier quarterbacks.
Somebody, I mean, even if it's a freaking Bo Nix or a
I mean, they can
like
draft
a
somebody
Quinn
and have a
Ewers
competition.
or
Yeah,
JJ McCarthy, like
Jaden Daniels.
Michael
I'm just
they'll
saying.
Michael Pete, Jaden Daniels. Honestly, that's one that and I've seen that some in mocks recently. Is Jaden Daniels to Minnesota
Top 10.
in the first round? Well, like pick 20 or something like
Okay.
that, or in that, like what you're saying, that it's not early enough to get one of the. Well, I mean, you got to be in the top 5 to get Drake May or Caleb Williams, even though
Mhm.
Caleb Williams is having a down year. And I know we're talking draft. I always talk draft.
Well, we might as well talk draft now, Dale.
I've seen people talking draft. I'm blocking them. Okay, well, I
Right.
guess I'm blocked. I've been talking it for fucking months already.
Exactly.
Shit.
yeah.
It's year round.
We like to dip a toe.
Well, let me ask you guys this
Potato.
real quick. So we're picking let's say we're picking top 10, okay? What position do you want? Dale, you start it off and we'll go around the horn.
Top
Man,
10.
that's tough. In the
What
top
position?
10.
Not like player, like what
because
position?
when I'm picking top 10, I don't ram a position into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even
You
first
take-
round in general, I try to take the best player. It may be
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, even though Derek would hate a tight end in the top 10.
It is not.
Now, I know
gonna
he's
happen.
come around on first round a little bit, but top 10 would be, and that would
would
tough.
be killer.
That's
for
probably
me.
where he's going, though, in general.
Yeah. Honestly, top 10. I think top 10 would be. It would be
Well-
hard to pass up one
Well,
of those.
is
linemen.
Jonah gone? If Jonah's
Yeah.
gone, I'm taking an offensive tackle. It's a
Yeah.
good class for tackles.
Yeah.
The guy from Alabama, J.C. Latham, I really like. I think he would be there. There's quite a few. We'll
Honestly,
obviously talk more about these guys.
the way Jonah's playing right now, he might have priced himself out of Cincinnati.
That's the concerning part because we saw what Mike McGlinchey got
Yeah.
Mhm.
to Denver from San Francisco in the
Yep.
offseason, who's strictly been a right tackle. Jonah has played left tackle at a serviceable level. I
Yep.
know a lot of people will argue that, but to me, he was always a serviceable
Yeah.
left tackle. He wasn't
Yeah.
He had a bad year, really. One bad year,
Yeah.
to be honest. Well, Greg, what position do you want?
If it's their interior defensive line, get that Geno
Well,
Atkins.
I was going to say that, but there's one guy, and I don't
There's
know if he's
one,
top
yeah.
10, and it's Jerzon Johnny Newton from Illinois.
Yep.
And I like the depth of the D tackles, at least to find. I don't think they're superstars. Newton may be the exception. He may be the superstar. So maybe you do get him in the top 10 because it's such a need for us. But I don't know. I would love to take him. Like, if we end up with, like, pick 16 and you get a Johnny Newton, Jerzon Newton at that pick, it's like, to me, that would be the slam dunk home run first round. Boom. Let's put it on the board. Let's go.
I would love it.
Round.
Yeah.
I
don't.
Top 10, I'm afraid, what did we pass up? And that may be receiver talent even. We may be talking Malik Neighbors from LSU or Keon Coleman.
Igbuka or
Keon Coleman from Florida State.
Yeah.
Igbuka is in that top. He's in the top 5.
You still got Malik Neighbors number 2 after Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, I've got Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and then it's kind of like I've kind of flipped where Igbuka's been hurt. Keon Coleman has really been impressive from Florida State this year. So and he's very similar body style to T. I don't want to sit here and talk draft too much because I can do this.
We could do a whole show on it.
And I got to work tonight.
We fill a lot of time talking draft, and we will. So I don't want to sit and do that.
I will say
this, but that's just some names to keep in mind for potential first round, regardless. Keon Coleman could slide into the 20s because we mentioned all those other receivers.
I do want to mention though that this game, just to remind everybody, is the toy collection game. So if you got a toy that you can bring, if you're going to the game, you're coming to lot 1.
Not sex toys.
Not sex toys.
Don't bring
the kids. That was the Buffalo
That's
game.
Buffalo, where you bring the dildos to the game. This is not Buffalo. We're not the Buffaloes. If you bring a toy, you can drop it off, and then that way it'll go to a child. They're not going to get a Christmas. It's up to you. Bring them a toy. Like something like this right here. I like this toy.
There you go.
Yeah, little people.
You going to bring that?
Fuck no.
I love the honesty.
Oh, man.
I ain't getting that shit.
You could have said yeah, and no one would have known.
Yeah.
But you're like, fucking kids.
I will say this before we move on from the draft. Even with Brock Bowers, I still have several positions rated over tight end, even above him.
Well, Cincinnati's not taking a tight. And I agree, man. I just don't think the tight end is a first-round value. I also don't think running back is a first-round value. But I do think that
I agree, Norman.
I think that defense and offensive line is a first-round value. I think wide receiver is a first-round value. So
corner usually is, but I would have a tough time with us taking another corner when we've hit on Turner and Britt.
That's what I'm saying. We got our 2 for the future, so we're just now backups. We got CTB and we got Turner.
Like first round wise, I'm okay with taking another corner somewhere in the draft.
Yeah, why not?
You should always get positions like that. Same thing with edge. I don't want to take another edge in the first because I still think we have something in Murphy, and I still want to see if we can get more out of Osai. And we have Hendrickson and Hubbard, and Cam Sample's still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it would be hard to take that in the first, as much as that could end up being something that stares you right in the face and makes you make a tough decision, though.
Yeah. And, I mean, Murphy keeps showing flashes. He showed flashes
Murphy's
last game, too.
good.
Yeah.
I think he's going to – I have a lot of faith in him.
That motherfucker Tyler Kelly says he's a bust.
The man who thinks Kenny Pickett's good.
The man who thinks Kenny Pickett is MVP. MVP, he says constantly. I'm like, you got to be joking. I'm like giving him chances like, you're making a joke. I understand that, but you're just making a joke, right? You're not serious. No, he's MVP. Like, you're fucking – there's something wrong with you.
Now, Jalen Warren, right? If we're going to talk Steelers, and I'll let you go after that, but do you guys agree? Like, he's probably the biggest key. Najee could have a good game if they're going to feed him. I don't know. I think Jalen Warren's a better running back. I've thought that for a couple of years. I mean, we had T-Robe on last year, and I mean, he talked about Jalen Warren. He talked about how Najee was injured last year. I don't know what the excuse is this year that he hasn't got going. But he talked about Jalen Warren is a damn good player, and all I've seen since we had that episode was just Jalen Warren balling out. So, and we saw what guys like Devin Singletary did to us. So I'm most concerned, at least on the offense, stopping Jalen Warren. Would you guys agree with that?
Hell yes. Listen, to beat the Steelers. Okay, so the guy that came in and their new offensive coordinator is the running backs coach.
Yes.
So I would think that the game on Sunday is going to be run heavy from the Steelers. Just because of that one, that's one of the reasons. So, yeah, we need to fucking stop the run and leave it in the hands of little tiny hands Pickett.
Mm-hmm. They've been outgained yard-wise every single win that they've had.
Insane.
And even including the one that they almost won last week against the Browns.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, their wins doesn't – but I am worried that they fire Matt Canada because I'm just saying, like, it's hard to go from, like, as abysmal as that offense has been.
Yeah. But I will say this, and Bengals captain had a perfect tweet for it just now. He said, time to battle. So we got to –
Yeah. Who played the applause?
Derek. It's Derek.
Eric, you played the applause and it mutes you out the whole time. I was just wondering because you kept talking if somebody else did it and you didn't know. Because when the applause was going, you were muted.
Somebody muted me. But, yeah, Jordan Battle, I mean, he's finally – Lou Anarumo announced him as the starter. He did say Nick Scott will still get some snaps, but they finally made the transition.
Hopefully he gets less snaps than Jordan Battle got previously.
Yeah, and, Battle was getting 10 snaps sometimes. I'm fine with Nick Scott getting 10 snaps. Yeah. That's fine. But Jordan Battle, and we've seen, I mean, he had 12 tackles, 10 solo or something like that.
You know what?
It's just like, my question is, what took so long? We all sat and talked about it. Like, not just this show, every show. Like, same thing with Tanner Hudson. Bring him up, bring him up, bring him up.
Oh, shit. Look, the Cincinnati Bengals are watching our show.
What?
The Cincinnati Bengals are watching the show. It says it right there, man. It's on the internet.
Thank you, Cincinnati Bengals.
Thank you, Cincinnati Bengals, for watching the show.
But Cincinnati Bengals says, do you think we should get a replacement for Reader? Because he's going to be a free agent. Man, I want to re-sign him, first off. I want to re-sign him to a 2-year deal.
Okay.
But, guys, we have to –
will he want 3? Will it be like Hurst? Yeah. Will it be like Von Bell where somebody offers him 3?
I'm okay with 3, honestly, because he has not taken a step back. No. So why not sign him for 3 more years?
I disagree. I think he kind of has taken a step back. Our running game's not been that well. Maybe it's because Herbert's not out. I hate to disagree with that, but, I'll still want him back because we don't have anybody else. But I was talking to a friend of mine. It looked like he has taken a step back. So, obviously, you guys see different than what I see.
When you're watching the tape, every run that's to him, he's stopping. And
I've seen a lot of that.
It's the ones where they're bouncing outside.
Yep.
And they're
that's right, bouncing outside.
Reader. Those are the ones that are getting through.
Well, Singletary bounced outside all day long.
And that's where you miss Sam Hubbard right there.
Yeah, that's
exactly
a big part of it.
Yeah, so,
I don't know. I want Reader back and I want Jonah back. My top 2, I would re-sign those guys. I said that a couple weeks ago over T. I would still franchise and try to trade T. I know that's not going to be popular in some circles because T's a great player. I'm not saying he's not, but he's going to be the number 1 receiver on the market.
Yeah,
he knows that. His agent knows that.
Money.
What? So he's going to say, okay, I'm the number 1 guy on the market this year. And look at what the number 1 guy got this year and this year. And look at this extension that was signed by this guy and this guy. I'm number 1 right now. So give me my 25.
I don't blame you.
Give me my 25 to 30. Yeah, you got to get your money when you can get your money.
Let me ask you this though. I hear you talking that number 1 stuff, and I love T. Higgins, but there is another guy that's up for a contract who hasn't signed.
And that's why I think we're going to have to move on. So what I would do, and I don't know that I could see the Bengals just franchise him, bite the bullet on paying the money for 1 year and letting him go.
Mm-hmm.
But if they let him go this year without franchising him, then you're getting at best a third-round pick for that player in compensation. We saw what AJ Brown got. He got a first-round pick and a third-round pick, I believe. So right there is what I would want. AJ Brown's great. T. Higgins is pretty damn great, in my opinion. I don't know if he's AJ Brown, but at this point in their careers, I see pretty big similarity, and I could see T making that next step somewhere where Jamar is not also on the same team. That's not a knock on either player. That's just the situations of most
please
teams
don't
just
go to
have
Carolina.
number one. So
Please, I'm just begging because I gotta say he is not the guy at quarterback.
Well, let me ask you this though. What already know my dream scenario, and I've been saying it way before. It's some kind of fucked up.
Justin Jefferson is not coming here.
You don't know that, Dale.
I want to stop. What are you going to give up? 2 first
T.
round
Higgins
picks?
T. Higgins and a second-round pick for Justin Jefferson.
Well, no.
Bengals are never going to do that.
Yeah, then you have to pay him on top of that.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's
and
DeMar.
And you got to pay. But these guys are talking pay cut from $32 million to $28 million.
Yeah.
27 and a half.
Yeah.
I did the math.
I loved it.
And Joe, so you've got those three.
Joe's already got paid.
Same reason
when
you
you're
can't pay T. It's too much
splitting
tied up
$55
into.
million between Chase and Jefferson.
I'll tell you what, Chop. I'll make you a deal. There is a LSU guy that will be here next year.
Neighbors.
Ooh.
No. And he is a running back right now in the NFL.
He's a running back.
I don't see how it doesn't happen.
Herrera.
I don't see how CEH doesn't come to the Bengals because
we said the same thing last year.
Do the Bengals want him? He hasn't
Right.
done anything in the NFL.
I'm just saying I could see him saying, "Hey, I'll take a vet minimum deal. I just want to play with Burrow and Chase," and coming over, and then they sign him for, maybe on a single year deal and say, "Let's see what you got."
I don't know, man. Just because it worked out with Joe Burrow and LSU doesn't mean it's going to work out in the NFL, Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Hey, because Moss balled out in fucking LSU.
There again, the LSU fan.
All I'm saying is we need a second guy. Now, maybe that's Chase Brown.
I agree.
We hopefully we'll get to see more of him down the stretch. But
he hasn't been activated yet, correct?
Yeah.
Just
no mixing hate, but we need a first guy too. Not mixing hate, but we also need a starting running back because Mixon is getting older. It'd be nice to have someone in there that can fucking tote that rock and give us a formidable running game.
Do you think the Bengals trust Mixon? Because I think people forget, Kenny Blackburn at one point was not committed with Mixon. I wonder if there was a guy they tried to get, but they couldn't get him. They're like, look, we'll just stick with Mixon. You wonder if they just don't have the trust, or because I just don't get it. Why they're not?
I think they like Mixon. Actually, I feel like they like Mixon.
He's a captain. He took a pay cut.
Good luck.
I know, I know, but I just don't get why we're not giving him the ball enough. I just don't know.
It's because
he's playing 75% of the snaps. It's because the offense is a passing-based offense around Joe Burrow. Now, that's going to change. I just wonder how much.
I'll bet you Mixon has 1,000 yards in the rest of the season. Take away what he already had. He's going to get the fucking ball a lot. And Chase Brown's going to get a good test, too, for the rest of the season, I think. You might as well. And the other thing is, though, if
we're getting like 2 yards per carry because everyone knows we're just running the ball. Like that's where the play calling is what I'm watching more than anything. Because if everyone starts putting 8-9 guys in the box because they're like, we dare Jake Browning try to throw the ball. Well, you still got weapons out there, so throw the fucking ball.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna be pissed if they don't. It's concerns that you see.
That's one thing you notice, like when we're trying to, and I hate this. I absolutely hate it. Bleed the clock away. I'm one of the guys that's like, just freaking keep pounding it down their throats. Just because you're up.
Of course you are. you want to keep pounding it down guys' throats.
You know it, but when we see it when they're trying to bleed clock away. When teams know we're going to run, we struggle. So hopefully that improves.
Well, it hasn't happened in 4 fucking years now. I mean, since Joe came, man, we are a passing fucking team.
But also 4 fucking years.
The year we went to the Super Bowl, we actually ran it a little more.
Mixon is a back half guy where he gets the majority of his yards in the back half of the season. So
you're definitely going to be proven right on that this time because you said
maybe 2 years ago too. So let me just say I keep reminding myself, like I did not sleep right for like 3 nights after that fucking injury. It's like, man, I love this team, but I felt like it even affected me more than it should. Like at the end of the day, it is a game that we all love, but god damn, it affected me so bad.
Man.
I was hit, but Jake Browning comes out, man. He has got high-powered weapons. So let's see what he can do. And
he looked decent.
I keep telling myself, man, I have said this. You guys know I've said it. There's receipts out there that I said next year was our destiny year because it's the Super Bowl's in the Superdome. So I keep telling myself that. But if somehow I told myself earlier this season, like, well, we can still win this year in Vegas and then still have our destiny year next year in the Superdome. But looks like we're just going to do the Superdome year.
That is not a question for this show, Paul. I don't think any of us are relatively smart enough to understand.
I'm going to go with 6.
I don't. Is there money for going? It's not like college football, right? I know college football has, you make a playoff or a bowl game. There's big money that goes back to the university. That's not really the case with the Super Bowl, is it? It doesn't go to that team's salary cap.
Yeah, the players get bonuses.
Everything is shared between 32 teams.
Yeah, every player gets bonuses and stuff, but it's like I don't. As far as the team getting money, I'm not sure on all that.
I mean, I think just attendance wise, and obviously, a team will make more money the more home games. That's why, like, I want to see us go for the 1 seed. I want to see us be aggressive. Like, we should have brought in a better left guard. We should have brought in Dalton Risner, plain and simple. He was around for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
Proven vet guy out there for not a lot of money. Could have brought him in, upgraded over Volson. Say what you want about Volson. Young, exactly. This. The guy was in college for like 6 years. He is what he is. I mean, and Frank Pollock got to be fired. Greg's asleep.
Nope.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. And you know what? I also wouldn't be so pissed off if Brian Callahan moved on.
No, I'm not going to cry. I mean, Lou Anarumo, I just hope he does. That's the one I'm scared that might leave.
Just saying, like, you guys know that I feel like this team should be putting up 30 points at least on every game. And we're not doing that.
So I think this will be – I think it might have been Jake Lisco that said this, or either Jake or James, one of the two said this. If Jake Browning does well down the stretch, and we're all hoping he does, then I could see Callahan being gone, because that'll be a prove it thing for him. Like, can he still have this offense clicking without Joe Burrow? And that'll be a big, big key on the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And then as far as the defense, without having your starting quarterback, that puts pressure on your defense as well. So I could see both of those guys. This will be a big test for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I just look, when I go to the first of all, I just want to say, when I go to the game, I'm going to be yelling "Who Dey." I'm going to be cheering for the defense when they're out there, and I'm going to be happy when they win. I'm just being honest and saying right now that I'm not going to be upset when they lose, because, like I said, unless Jake Browning comes out there and fucking takes the NFL by surprise like Brock Purdy did last year, it's fucking all or bust, man. All you're doing is fucking up our draft pick at this point. The thing is, with Joe Burrow, we always have a chance. All you need is a wild card to get into the playoff and run that fucking table and go up and win the goddamn Super Bowl. You don't even doubt it. You're like, hell yeah, that could happen. But Jake Browning, come on, man.
I'll say this though, there are a lot of teams in mediocrity right now. I mean, there's a game this week. You've got Carolina up against Tennessee. They got a total of 4 wins between the two teams.
Tennessee beat us.
Yeah, and Tennessee beat us. Can you believe? Do we have to bring that up? But there's.
Well, that's why I don't get the playoff
teams. Yeah, I think there's at least 8 to 10 teams right now in the NFL that are below 500. I can't remember. I looked it up last night, but I forget exactly how many.
Well, hopefully there ain't one more after Sunday.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Just that game, man. Just that game. Just with that motherfucker sitting next to me. Please. That's
And Kevin, I
Pop,
hate to
Pop
disagree
don't
with you,
believe
brother.
in a higher power.
I hate
No.
to disagree with you, but Tennessee is not playing very well right
They
now.
had the one game where Levis
had,
threw
yeah.
like 3 or 4 deep touchdown passes. but
Trust
they
me, I have
played
Will
really bad.
Levis in fantasy.
Well,
They
if
are
our buddy
not-
John was on here, he's a Bengals fan, but number one, he's a Titans fan,
Yeah.
and I think he would say that they fucking suck. They sucked last week
Yeah.
and the week before.
Yeah. They need Julio back, man. That's the problem.
Julio.
Jones.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
have
what are you
Julio
talking
Jones.
about?
Like,
DeAndre Hopkins looked like prime DeAndre Hopkins against us. What are you talking
Yep,
about?
sure did.
Henry looked like
Yeah,
the
he
best
did.
running back in the NFL still. Ryan Tannehill, shit, I thought that was Joe Montana. That's almost like that was against our defense. Our defense has had some letdowns.
Yep.
mhm.
Like,
Hey, good news, Cincinnati Bengals. Lou Anarumo is not going anywhere because they usually take those teams from, teams that got great records and shit like that. And it didn't happen last year or the year before. So this year, when Jake Browning doesn't win us a whole bunch more games and our record is a losing record, maybe they're not going to be looking at Lou Anarumo so much. I think that's going to help us keep him around for our destiny year, which is next year.
Yeah.
man, I hope so.
At what point do you wonder, kind of like the offensive coordinator? I can't think of
The
his name
enemy
from-
for
the
you
enemy.
and me
Yeah.
are on the same wavelength.
At what
son, so
point
that's
do you
exactly
think-
what I was going to
Do you
say.
wonder is he not a good interviewer?
I don't know.
Well,
what
I
the
wasn't
fuck's
going to
going
say
on with
about
him.
being an interviewer. I was just going to say, at what point does he say, "Hey, I want to go take a job somewhere else"? Because
Oh yeah, yeah.
they're saying the Bengals, like, if the Bengals finish bad here, well, we only win because Joe Burrow.
Mhm.
I'm not getting the love I deserve as a defensive coordinator because when we win, it's Joe Burrow. When we lose,
Cool.
it's on me.
Yeah.
Bieniemy's next move isn't going to be another offensive coordinator.
Well, he's in Washington, which Sam Howell's looked good for Washington as far as the offense goes,
Yeah.
but they haven't really been winning a whole lot.
Dusty Cross, thank you for the super chat, man.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Dustin
Dustin.
Cross.
Appreciate it, bro.
He says, "Happy Thanksgiving. How would you describe the state of the organization as it pertains to health of Burrow and moving forward? Things have got to change." It's tough because on the one hand, these are like freak injuries. I don't think this has anything to do with the fact that they're just, like it was years before Burrow, where it's the training staff, they just guys keep getting hurt one after another. But at some point, also, I have to agree with you. There's something's got to be done about it.
Hey, I would agree with Christopher Crowley here too. Our defense isn't as good this year as it's been in the past years. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but they haven't been playing as good this year. So
Safeties, I guess, playing Nick Scott for so long when we all knew like he was the literal worst safety in the NFL. Pass rush inconsistent. We needed a backup 3 tech. We didn't go attack that weakness.
Yep.
And there's guys that hang out there, Fuck you, bitch. You broke my heart. Is that any better? That's some Willer Walker for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this one here? Oh, you were putting
I
it up
just
too.
clicked on
The
it
Joe
too.
Burrow's
Yep.
injury prone. He's had some
At
injuries.
Some point, I mean, he's
Tom Brady had a bunch of
I
injuries
brought
like
that
though.
up like early in the season as just
Yeah.
like at what point is that label going to come to him? They are
yeah,
freak
he-
things, as Derek says, but if you're injured, and you have multiple injuries every year, and I
think-
know it's freak stuff, but it sucks, right? Because it's not happening.
Yeah. Could you say he's kind of like Tyler Eifert? He's not prone. He's not injury prone. He's injury plagued, where he just, year after year, he has something that breaks on him.
And then at what point are you injury prone? Because, well, you're injured every year.
Yeah.
I know, Darth. I don't want to buy it yet either because Burrow's our guy, and he's going to be our guy. If he plays 2 games a season, he's our guy.
Yeah.
And
Tom Brady
he's
missed.
great.
Hey, Tom Brady got injured quite a few times too, and that motherfucker's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about the thing with the Andrew Luck and the sacks? And no one talks about Tom Brady's sacks. I've seen other people post stats about that thing that was put out there about, well, Burrow's been sacked so much more than Andrew Luck, and he quit. Well, Andrew Luck's from Stanford, come from money. I mean, yeah, Joe Burrow's dad was a coach of a team, but I mean, he's from the 740.
Hey, man, Joe Burrow's dad played in the CFL, Dale.
Yeah, and then he coached college ball.
That's a lot of money, man. Them CFL players make bank.
But he grew up around people like me.
Yeah.
People that are probably still living in that same town of Athens, like I'm still living in the same town of Portsmouth. They've carved out a decent life for themselves, but he's hungry to still he like, I don't know. I think Joe Burrow loves football. Like evidenced by him being on that sideline in his uniform in case he had to probably come take a handoff.
Yeah.
Evidenced by him out there still cheering on Browning, as we've seen some of the videos. Like
doing for Browning what Browning has done for him week after week after week. He's just out there, looking at the coverages, going back over the plays, telling him, I think Browning even said he thought he put a bad ball on one, and Burrow was like, no, you put it right where it needed to be. But yeah,
I think the most frustrated person is him.
Oh yeah,
we're frustrated as fans. I can't imagine how pissed off, angry, and frustrated that man is.
Oh, we getting to piss off Burrow next year.
Oh yeah.
And as long as he can wrap that man in, I don't care. Put him in a bubble.
He needs to
make him a bubble boy. I don't care. He's got to make it to the season healthy.
He got to get some acupuncture, some kind of shit, man.
Put him in that Eggo waffle costume.
Yeah,
he needs to put a bubble tape costume on and walk around all fucking summer in the off season. Don't get hurt, Joe Burrow. I'm going to take out insurance on him. We already talked about Frank Pollock earlier, but yeah, we do not disagree.
Yeah, Chris. I think, and I'll give Dustin Croft it. He's been talking about it for 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
Because we just don't see the development of these offensive linemen. And I keep saying, well, we'll see. And we do good enough and make a run because of Burrow or else. And that's what scares me now that Burrow's out, is everyone get a pass now for the rest of the season if things go downhill. Yeah, the offensive line, to me, should not get a pass. If the offensive line does not improve, there's no pass.
This might be true, too.
Joe Goodberry even said, and I don't necessarily know if I agree with this or not, but he said, in the NFL, you're not necessarily going to develop these guys. They're going to be what they're going to be, but you can still get the best out of them as an offensive line coach. And I don't think that's happening.
No, I mean, it's just true. I try to a lot of times see the upside, and then I don't want to be called a hater or whatever. Because I love this team. I'm not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. But I try to be critical when things need to be critical. Then when things turn out well, then I say, hey, things are going well. Put it on the back burner or whatever. Because that's just – and I also try to think, well, how's the Bengals do business typically? And I know we've changed some stuff, but we don't always happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pissed off, guys. I've been pissed off. All right. I've been pissed off because it made me, and I kind of said this to all you guys a week ago. That's why I've wanted to have shows. I just haven't been able to come on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just haven't been able to. No,
I think we're in mourning on the Friday. Friday, we're in mourning. Who wanted to fucking talk about football that next day? We're all crying.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't know Burrow's status. We didn't set a show thinking we wouldn't know. We would have been able to. The status came right before we would have done a show, but we don't know that ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to come on here not knowing what to talk about.
To make matters worse, I worked all night Thursday night, and I think you did too, right, Chop? Or was you off Thursday?
I was off Thursday for the game. Thank God I took off to watch that.
Yeah. Well, I worked all night Thursday night, and then I got home. I took an hour and a half nap, and then I drove for 8 hours. So I was still grieving without having any time to sleep, and it was it was rough.
It was sad. Like I said, man, that affected me more than I thought it should.
I got in a fight with a couple buddies of mine.
We all forgot what it was like to root for a mediocre fucking team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We all
Oh,
forgot what it was like to go there with John Kitna as the quarterback and root for this team to win.
Nova,
Yeah.
chill
I
out.
think it was Paul Daner that said, you know,
He's
he
pissed
feels
too.
bad for these teams or these fans that have come on since Joe Burrow, who haven't had to deal with what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
You know, we're used to mediocrity. We're used to
Yes.
the pain.
I'm
We're
used
numb
to
the
pain. 2005, Carson Palmer did
Yeah.
broke me because I love
Timo von
that team.
Oelhoffen.
That was a team of destiny, the most explosive offense. Like, they were so good. The defense had a lot of warts on it, but they got
Interceptions.
turnover after turnover after turn. Odell Thurman, Delta O'Neal, Torrey James. These guys made plays.
Yeah.
David Pollock was coming on as a rookie and playing more at the end of that season. Like, they were set up for so much success. Ocho, Hoosh, Chris Henry getting the deep ball, Rudy Johnson running the ball.
Odell Thurman.
And Timo fucking von Oelhoffen just wrecked it all.
Yeah.
And that's hurt for a long time.
You
Then
know,
we had the one where we won a playoff game against the fucking Steelers. And we had the meltdown. And we had Big Ben. I'm injured. No, I'm not injured. No, come back and fuck you, Big Ben. I celebrated that victory. Jeremy Hill fumbled that ball and it broke my fucking heart.
it's like Tyler Kelly's fault. God damn it. Wait till Friday week. We tell that motherfucker Tyler Kelly. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, they got rings. I mean, they're experiencing pain while they're still winning games and that's a credit to their coach. And that's what I mean. I'm not going to sit here and shit on Zach Taylor. I think he's a good coach. Maybe someone else should call the plays. We've talked about this a million times. You know, maybe he could watch the play clock. Maybe Zach Taylor could watch the play clock and call a fucking timeout instead of taking a delay of fucking game 3 times a fucking game if he wasn't the offensive fucking play caller. I don't know.
I cannot punch Tyler Kelly at work, but I can do one of them bag tags. Bag tag. I fucking hit him right in his nuts.
And
Bag tag.
I don't know if anyone in the chat was aware, but we are not doing any Steelers talk, any pregame, talking about the game. This one was just for venting and talking about Burrow and talking about what's going on moving forward. So Friday's show is when we have that motherfucker Tyler Kelly on.
That motherfucker Tyler Kelly.
We're trying to leave some meat on the bone for Friday.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Trying to leave some meat on the bone for that motherfucker Tyler Kelly. The Fresh Prince of Reading, Ohio.
Oh, I gotta go after the show and get beer. I'm all out.
Yeah,
Not me. I have to work, and they really frown upon.
Hey, let's
showing
talk
up to
about
work drunk.
Let's talk about rivalry week.
What?
I always call it rivalry week.
Rivalry
week is what it is, but I like to say it like that because it's fun.
Are you talking about some Big Ten shit?
I'm talking about some NCAA football shit.
OH!
Oh!
Remember when he did that in the end zone last time we had a game at at Paycor?
Don't remind me.
Cocksucker.
Man,
Disrespectful.
Do you know how many times that's happened? Travis Kelce does it every freaking time he plays it.
Fuck Travis Kelce.
Then we had CJ Stroud doing it. I mean, it hurts. It hurts my heart.
They do it on purpose here. It's not a thing for fondness.
Just for Derek.
Yeah.
He looked right at me when he did it.
Yeah, he did.
He said,
and he winked.
He even pointed. He said, "You."
And he winked.
And he goes, "Oh wait."
And then he licked his top lip like this. He was like,
"Yeah, I saw it."
Right? Yeah.
I saw it.
Probably he got a picture of your can titty thing.
He probably has a shirt, and he probably put the googly eyes on it too. So
yeah, he probably put googly eyes on his can titty shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Greg's awful quiet, so I think we need to switch gears a little bit.
No.
So, Greg, tell us why ham is better than turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Greg.
Tell us why you hey.
Why the fuck is ham better than turkey?
Tell us why you all can go fuck yourselves.
Now I will say
that's
this.
because I don't get fucked by anybody else.
No. Look, guys. I'm a traditional guy, but this is where my hypocrisy comes in. We are in my family. We are having turkey, but there's other people in my family that don't like turkey. We're having a prime rib roast also, so I'm cheating myself.
Oh, prime rib is elite. I'll take prime rib.
Hell yeah.
I'll take anything but turkey.
My father-in-law's birthday is on the 25th, so he has had to deal with Thanksgiving turkey for his birthday every year.
The thing that gets me the most is people prefer stuffing over mashed potatoes. I don't know what the hell's up with everybody on that one.
All right, I'm out on that.
Look, ham's better than turkey because pigs are magical creatures and turn nasty vegetables into delicious bacon.
I agree with this one right here. Brisket is definitely the play.
No, brisket is good. Brisket is good.
Now you're bringing third parties into the conversation.
Right.
This is not a third party conversation.
No, but here's my question though. We had it last year Thanksgiving. Is mac and cheese considered a Thanksgiving dish?
Hey,
you
Greg.
can't find it right now. Of course it is.
Greg,
Matt, you're actually not with Greg.
You're not with me, Matt.
No,
that's the whole
Matt
point.
agrees with you, Greg. Ham is elite over turkey.
No. I don't.
With
I
the
like
rest of us.
I like smoked ham, and that's it. I was never a big ham dude.
Ham
That's
is
just me.
good in general.
Ham is elite.
Hell
Dude,
yes.
ham. When I eat ham, when I put it in my
You
mouth,
put that honey glaze on the ham too.
Hell yeah.
it's okay, but I'm not going to cry a river over it.
So I'm
Turkey
going
is
to
dry. Like turkey is like, it's turkey.
Dude, well, Dale, you haven't had the right turkey. I like smoked meat. I like dark meat and white meat. It's all good.
So I'm gonna admit something live on the show, but there was one time when Sarah and I were still dating, and I came over. I spent the night at her house, and I got up in the middle of the night one night. I forget what it was, but I walked into the kitchen. I opened up, and there was this big old juicy, delicious ham that they had. I'm assuming it was for Thanksgiving. I forget what time of year it was, but it was just sitting there, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get me some of that. I sliced me off a little bit for a midnight snack. Ham is 1,000% elite.
Hell
Better
yes.
than ham over turkey, right?
Yes.
Ham over
and
turkey.
honey baked ham is next fucking level. Elite.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you
And I
go
think
into a
this
honey
was
baked
one that
ham
was like
store,
salt cured, so it wasn't even. I don't even think it was cooked yet, but it was still delicious.
I will say this: you need gravy with turkey because when I shove something down my throat, I got really drain it down with something good. So
You need your throat lubricated.
yeah, exactly. That's what I did. I mean, when I eat rolls, man, I got to have some of that jelly on it.
Yeah, turkey needs a lot of gravy.
Damn
I
it,
needed
Chop!
that.
I'm waiting to talk about the comment.
Oh, here you go. I put it back.
I got two things. Number one, elite costumes in the photo, Chris. And
Yeah.
then for the podcast listeners, Chris said, ham makes me fart, turkey makes me tired. I'm okay with both.
Yeah.
That's an elite comment. You
Yes,
gotta,
it is.
Yeah.
And Matt, it needs a lot of gravy. Or ketchup. Turkey needs ketchup.
Oh my god!
Just like steak
Ketchup.
does.
I didn't think you could make turkey worse, and then you said ketchup on it.
Ketchup with your turkey.
Greg
All right,
put
Patrick
A1 on
Mahomes.
his turkey.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
I'll bet it's not. You're going to make some of that A1 gravy. Like, what's Uncle Greg bringing for Thanksgiving dinner? A1 gravy. He's
I'm bringing the
A1 gravy.
I'm bringing. You know where I have to go after this? I have to go to Texas Roadhouse, get some Texas Roadhouse rolls for Thanksgiving, motherfuckers.
Hey, motherfucker,
Per-
guess what? I got a hookup, and I'm getting fucking Cervati's rolls delivered right to my fucking house. So, boom.
Well, give me the beer cheese, bitch.
Sit on this, motherfucker.
Everybody.
Sit right on that, bitch. Tip
Per-
it.
Greg,
Yes,
also
sir.
having Texas Roadhouse rolls. That's why we had to go to Kentucky today. It's just across the river. It was like,
And you know what? I don't even use the. You don't even need the butter for the rolls. I just eat them straight up.
oh, you definitely need the butter. This
Nah,
is
Dale,
butter.
man, my throat's very
It's
juicy and all that, man. It can slip down my throat.
Jesus Christ.
Hey guys, per Adam Schefter, Shaq Leonard cleared waivers.
Well, yeah,
now
he wants
do
to
you
take
talk
on that
about-
contract. No, not for the Bengals. No, does he go to the Steelers? Lord, I hope not, because they've been hit with injuries at their linebackers. I'm hoping he goes to. Somebody said somebody else needed a linebacker. That was a decent team. The Texans. Go to the Texans.
Yeah.
Well, back
Is
on
he-
our
is
top,
he
back on our
linebacker
topic
only?
here, Derek. I have had the honey baked ham turkey breast, and he's right. It tastes a lot like ham, which is why their honey baked ham turkey breast is elite because it tastes like ham. Who the fuck who's this guy? The $2 chain guy.
Jay Guy
Could that
Foxy.
be? I know.
He got 8 chains.
He's like Mr. T down there. He's the Mr. T of Lot 1.
Yeah.
with his fucking chain bling.
16 chains.
He's Darth Bangel's #1 customer, which
Hey,
Darth
Greg,
Bangle doesn't charge anyway.
Also, cranberry sauce sucks.
In the can. I love it.
Yeah, I'll throw your
Yeah,
ass in the
can.
can, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, the can canned
Oh, man,
cranberry
that thing,
sauce
man,
is fucking
you
delicious.
dude, that thing is delicious, man. That is a childhood classic of mine, Dale.
And it's got the little lines from the cans that are there to show you exactly where to slice it.
And it just
Exactly.
sounds so good when you get it out of there. It goes.
I know, man. You it squivers right down your throat, man.
Squivers down your throat, Dale. It squivers down your throat.
Oh man,
What could be better than that, Dale?
Big Savage with the elite commentary right now.
Did you ever see the whole Thanksgiving dinner in a can thing where you can get it and it's got all the different layers from Thanksgiving in one can?
No. That sounds like a bad idea.
By the way, I got an announcement to make. 50 West contacted me this time, where we're going to get reloaded once again for the game this Sunday. Just so y'all know, more 50 West beer on the way. Yeah!
Sorry, might have been a little too much there, but not for 50 West.
You know, they probably listen. Someone listened to the podcast.
Die Hard.
I think we talked about it. We said, hey, you know, if they want to, you know, give it to us early because 3 games. So thank you. So shout out 50 West.
Yes.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, by the way, Ross, 100%.
Oh, I can't disagree with Greg. I really wanted to disagree with you, Greg.
What about Greg's there?
I wanted
You
to
need to get
disagree
one of
with
those
Greg, but
can slips that just says 50
No,
West.
I have some in there. I have some of that one that Zach Taylor drank.
Oh yeah,
I brought like a 6-pack home,
look, yeah, I got one.
but I haven't tried it yet. I'm saving it for a good time.
Cade York was waived again.
Hey, the Kieran said he was better than McPherson.
For Loco.
Oh yeah, I got to work.
Don't do it, Chop. You got to work.
Hey, but you know what? I can
You can just
I
get
can
one
put
logo.
anything I want in my 4 Luco
There it is.
insulated
Shameless plug.
cup. I can put. I actually took it to work and I drank the 4 Luco at work. Very tasty.
Luco.
Yeah.
Hey guys, breaking news:
What? Oh.
John Candy is dead.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Terrible, man. That guy was great. Uncle
He
Buck
was.
was my favorite John Candy movie.
Yeah,
though.
Uncle Buck. I'm barely picking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Another good one was Great Outdoors. That was another good one.
Oh God, Big Bear, Big Bald Bear, Big Bald Bear.
Yeah, but no, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. No. So Bengals and Bourbon tweeted out because I tweeted I was watching it, and Bourbon felt like that he was Steve Martin, I was John Candy. Me and Bourbon should redo the movie together. We think.
Yeah,
I think he just wants to do it so we can go to bed together.
the old 96er.
We talked about the way you slurp things down. Greg.
Just kidding, Matt. Just kidding, by the way, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wore it to Monday night.
yeah. I'm saving that, man. I'm saving it for our Super Bowl victory. The 4 Locos, because I had to take a step back, man.
He almost died. Chop almost died.
I almost
Yep.
died.
I had a
Almost
serious talk
died.
with Chop as well. And
I had to take him
can't
home.
do 4 Locos anymore.
I had to
But-
take him home.
That's yeah. You didn't even come anywhere near. You're scared of my wife, though.
Well, no, man.
Jeff brought me
I
up to the door
I mean, her name is Sarah. So
Are we allowed? Am I allowed to talk about this?
with an
Chop?
H. With an H. It's,
With an
it's
H.
not regular Sarah's with no H. They're
Chop,
okay.
am I allowed
Yeah.
to talk about this
I
on
don't even know
live?
what it is, Greg, but you've never not been able to talk about something with
It's
me. I don't
Bengals and
care.
Brews, Greg.
Okay, I'm just okay.
Take your shirts off.
I mean, I'm getting out of the car.
Are you talking about that time where you where you had to wipe my ass because I shit myself and I was too drunk?
No. The time when I
Oh.
drove you, when me,
Oh, well,
I had
then
to
that
drive
didn't
you home
happen.
and all that,
And then it led to you jerking him off.
Right. Is
Your
that what
wife
you're
was-
talking about?
Your wife was outside pacing around like a shark in the driveway. I'm just pulling in, getting ready to get you. She physically drags you out of my car into the house. So,
I don't remember it.
man, I just, shit, that was not a first good meeting. That
Look
was
at
not a good
Derek.
first impression.
Look at Derek. You froze, Derek. Like, now you ain't froze that time, is it? There's no fucking way he froze like that. He
It
did.
happened again.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
God
did a
damn.
fake freeze face, but it actually froze.
No,
That's quality.
it froze again. Look at him.
It just keeps doing it. Sarah must be
Oh,
home.
man.
She's hijacking the internet.
She's been
Yeah.
home. She was home before we got on.
She's
She left work early today.
she's doing classes and
They left
and-
me at the door because my wife wouldn't let me come in. My wife don't like visitors, so she walked me down to the bedroom. I guess.
Jeff helped get you to the door, not
Yeah,
Greg.
he did.
Greg
No,
Yeah.
I was afraid because I'm afraid of the cats. I didn't want to
Greg
stay near
Get
the
out of the
cats.
fucking vehicle. Greg
Right.
just-
Greg didn't want because we got those cats in here, and he was.
But I
afraid.
tried to help him get out, and she's already opened my door and dragged him out. And I mean, Jeff helped somewhat, but then after that, man, it was. I hope Chop's all right.
Well, I'm here. I'm alive.
Well, no, that just was your wife just barely said hi, Greg. I'm like, oh, this.
I had to watch my Ring doorbell to see how the fuck I got home. I was at Jeff's house at a fire, and then I looked at my clock, and it was 4:30 in the morning. I thought, how the fuck did I get down here?
And I
Ring
called you.
doorbell.
Well, I called you the next morning. I'm like, Chop, I'm just going to warn you, man.
It's daily.
That's the scariest thing, man. When you do a blackout,
Yeah.
you wake
Yes,
up the
it
next
is.
day and you go, I literally don't remember anything.
We were playing the card game.
Kansas City game.
We were playing the card game bullshit, and well, I lost, but that's what.
Kansas, the Kansas City game is why I will never drink only bourbon at a tailgate again.
Yeah, because you died.
You died.
Yep.
You sat down by a tire and died. And
I
we were
pulled
all
a
like,
Damar Hamlin. Or is it too soon for that?
Darth. I never blacked out as far as I remember. Yeah, you did.
yeah.
Fucking lie. You drank too much. You don't remember, Darth. You
don't
blacked
remember.
out
He said that.
AF.
It was
National
rough.
hero, Darth Bangle. After being on the what was it, the game with the
Fox.
Buffaloes.
Fox Sports.
Yep.
All I remember is I was good, and then Marissa was like, I don't want to drink this. I'm like, I'll take it. And then it was downhill from
I mean, Marissa was also passed out. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like
there.
that's the worst part. She's always also passed out.
That's
Then
what I
I've
was
got to worry
saying.
about her and Derek. And then me and Sarah's like, well, who's driving home? Well, we're both drunk. I don't know. Flip a fucking coin.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
bad.
Well, guys, I got to head off. I got more errands I got to run and take care of and all that. So y'all have a good Thanksgiving, and I guess I'll see y'all Friday.
All right. Enjoy that
Black
ham.
Friday.
Friday
There's
with
a
that
game
motherfucker Tyler
Black
Kelly.
Friday.
Bring your A game, Greg.
Exactly.
It's better than turkey.
All right.
We've got
Hey, Greg's already
bud.
met Tyler Kelly because we went to that Reds game with him.
Oh, that's right. Didn't even remember.
That's him. That's that motherfucker right there.
All right. Well, all right. Well, I'll see y'all later. Pete, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Peace
Hey,
out.
bud.
Peace in the Middle East. Be Gucci.
What the fuck kind of kid slang are you saying right now?
I don't know, man. It's back from the 80s when I grew up.
Or have another fucking heater.
Look at that, how we can now talk about our sponsor like we did before, though, but now the logos are up. 50 West.
Yeah.
Delicious beer from a
Wanna
great
have the
Bengals.
50 West beer to talk about it.
And the guy that owns the place makes he's a great Bengals fan.
Optimistic Bobby.
Optimistic Bobby.
You've heard him on Paul Daner.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that podcast, Eric?
Hear that podcast growling.
Yeah, that one.
Mean and angry. So Black Friday, we've got Tim Boyle versus Tua Tagovailoa.
What?
Well, if we're going to talk
Oh.
about games, why don't we start with Thursday, Derek? Yeah, let's just let's talk the entire NFL. I've
Well,
got
don't talk
money.
it too
I've
long.
got
It's
money
not all
on.
that.
I've got money on 2 games already tomorrow, Derek.
Do you?
I've got 2
I haven't-
parlays already. I'm a goddamn gambling fiend now.
You're a
Yeah.
degenerate like
It's
the
easy
rest
to
of us
become.
now. I
Well,
love it.
I was down $60 and then I finally hit something, and it was like right away that was like 130 or 40. So I'm like, not only have I made my money back, I'm in the plus. So now I'm just living with plus money, and I've hit 2 more bets.
Exactly.
So the way I see it. And this is my separate account that the roommate don't know about. So I haven't told her shit about winning bets.
Where you at, Chris? You in Pittsburgh? Says he's in enemy territory. Greg
That
had to
could
go
be.
wake up the gimp.
Yeah, I haven't built my parlays yet for the weekend, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of that tonight.
Which I will give
Or for the
credit
week.
to Malik Wright. And then for the one I won, they were like, oh, because I don't spend time going through every game, but they did one with like 5 different quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
They all were at 1.5 touchdowns. The one I didn't like was Jared Goff, and he had like 2 interceptions in the first half with no touchdowns on
Oh
him.
shit!
Then he got a touchdown, I think. He ended up getting it. And then Patrick Mahomes, when I didn't watch that game. I woke up and I seen that they only had 17 points. I was like, shit, he didn't throw for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Bam, he did.
I freaking so that game I had 3 anytime touchdown bets in the parlay that I built. I had a whole bunch of other, like, everything hit in my 11-leg parlay except for Mahomes over 250 and Hurts over 200. And those were the 2 that I thought were shoe-ins.
Shit,
And
I
then
played
when I realized I wasn't going to lose or I wasn't going to win, I tried to chase or hedge my bets, and I bet the game to go over 43.5 points. And then stupid Mecole Hardman doesn't catch that ball for the touchdown. I was so mad.
I thought that was Valdez-Scantling.
Or no, it was Valdez-Scantling. You're right.
I didn't even watch the game, and I knew
MVS.
that. Jesus, Derek, I always got to keep you on track.
Man, I played a 9-leg parlay that would have turned like $25 into like 80,000, something like that. And it was just, and all it was just an anytime touchdown. But I'll tell you, I got the ticket up here. I played Jerome Ford. He got one. Najee Harris, no. Travis Etienne, no. Derrick Henry, no. Garrett Wilson, no. Dalton Kincaid, no.
Okay. Well, let's just stop. We don't need to go through all of that,
Yeah.
Chuck.
But you know,
like,
it would have paid me
what the
$80-something thousand.
I know, but there was a bunch of no's.
I know, it was a bunch of no's.
I had
could go
another
to
bet I
one.
lost. I needed Austin Eckler to score a touchdown, and I wasn't watching that game, but I seen the replay where his slow ass caught this, or it was a run or a pass, and his slow ass,
Dude, he's
and
taking
normally would have taken
forward.
it. Yeah, he looks washed, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with that guy, but
So what's the first game tomorrow? Packers Lions.
that was my daughter. She said, "Dad, you're done with your podcast."
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
what
that wasn't her. That
you
said
didn't
that.
even know.
I'm like, oh, are we? It does. It still says live, huh? That's odd.
Packers Lions.
Lions.
What'd she say? Something about a tiny house?
Time to get off your podcast.
Oh. She's probably telling you, like, Mommy said so.
So we're not talking Packers Lions. We're not talking these games tomorrow.
You want to do real quick? Let's build a parlay over the 3 games. You can't do same games, so you can't do props and stuff, but we can do odds and stuff like that.
What are you? Are you on? You can
I'm
do
on
that shit
MGM right now.
FanDuel, right?
Yeah.
I've been using. I've been winning
use
all my money
FanDuel.
on FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel.
Also,
We're not
shout
sponsored by shit, so I can.
if you
shout
do
out.
ESPN Bets has a promo right now. If you sign up and use promo code DIME, all caps, you get I think you place a $5 bet or a $25 bet, something like that, and you get $200 in free bets.
Thanks, Chris. I don't even know what
Appreciate
that
it.
means. I guess you hit a star. And what's it? I don't know what that does.
We've
I
got
appreciate
Lions,
it.
Packers.
You're
These are all
right.
divisional games, so
Appreciate
you
it.
never know how they're going to end up. But we've got Lions, Packers. Lions are 7.5-point favorites right now.
But you
What do you
can't
want?
build like passing touchdowns and shit.
Not
That's
with
where
the
the
3
money's
games
at.
combined.
Nah,
on
that's
MGM.
bullshit.
You can do it
MGM
on
sucks.
FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel's where it's at.
I only use FanDuel.
Yeah.
And maybe-
I am FanDuel exclusive.
maybe you can. Oh yeah, you can. Hold on. No, that's regular season passing yards leader and stuff like that.
So I was gonna say, man, the passing touchdowns I like the passing touchdowns thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I have right now. Plus 1876, same game parlay for the 12:31 p.m. game tomorrow. This one I went a little crazy with, but I need some explosive scoring. I don't know if I'll get it, but hey, that's what I went with. So David Montgomery, anytime touchdown. What do you guys think?
Yes.
A little rushing. I mean,
know.
it could
Jahmyr
be Gibbs.
has been,
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking 1 yard line, punch one in.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, he was part of the first one I won last week with the anytime touchdown, so I went with him. I went with Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs with the anytime touchdown. So I need that to happen. And then I hit the passing touchdowns for both guys. So
over 1 or over 2?
It's over 1.5.
Okay.
So that's what I won that other one on also last week was everybody over 1.5. They all had 2. All 5 guys. So I got Jordan Love over 1.5, Jared Goff over a $5 bet. My total payout would be $98.83.
Hey.
So I've got those 2 and the anytime touchdowns right now in the same game parlay, and it's plus 1,300. Whichever other ones did you have, or was it?
I said Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Romeo Dobbs, which last week Christian Watkins caught one. So
yeah.
And you could leave the Romeo one out. That's honestly my least confident of the 5.
Yeah.
So,
do you see? I know we're past the Bengals here on the show, but in our group chat they put up some quotes from Jake Browning. Says, "Every level I've played at, I've won." There's something to be said for that. Another quote: "I've always been called sneaky athletic. I don't know where the sneaky part comes from."
Because you're white, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's
Another quote: "Always been accurate. Never been afraid to air it out."
And he's had John Ross on his team. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
Had
Man,
Kieran
he
put
was
Quarterback for John Ross.
Kieran-
watched him forever.
Kieran
Yeah.
put in our chat the same exact thing you said. Sneaky athletic quote equals white.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. They say that about every white quarterback.
If
Man,
they're
there's
athletic.
some of these things that they say, and it's just like, oh, he's a hard worker. He's a nonstop effort guy. That's a white pass rusher.
Yeah. All right,
He's won at every level, boys.
You guys can keep doing what you're doing. Evidently, I'm going to get in trouble. if
Now I
don't
got to
get
go
off
wash
here.
the taint. I got to work tonight.
That's that Sarah with an H coming.
I know it's little Sarah. Little Sarah's coming up there to pre-warn you that the big one's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Foxy's a DraftKings guy.
I like
Yeah.
all of them. Whichever one gives me the best odds, man.
I bet
I-
you do.
Except for Betfred. And
You probably still
I'm
got a
sorry,
bookie too.
but they were like, "Hey, if you place this $25 bet this week, we'll give you $5." I'm like,
Yeah, they don't. I keep getting all these boosts, like boost your
Yeah.
bets, and I'm like,
I could never
okay.
figure out their website was hard to navigate. I didn't like
yeah,
it.
they're struggling right now. Honestly, I don't.
They should have gave us some serious sponsorship money so we didn't talk shit about them today.
BetJack's where it's at, though. I love the BetJack app because every week I can place a field goals for both players over 1.5, and it seems like every week that's easy money. I mean, for our
not for
game,
McPherson. Maybe now
yeah, for
he's
our
killing
12,
me. I had him in fantasy. It's like I had him in a couple
Yeah.
leagues. I'm like, I got to drop this guy. He's when we would just it wouldn't happen.
yeah,
And he's missed some, man. Is he a mediocre quarterback? Things to talk about going forward.
mm-hmm.
Or not
Quarterback, kicker.
fucking kicker. You know what I mean. Jesus.
Right.
Trying to end this. Yeah, man. And happy Thanksgiving to all other brew crew.
Yep.
Everybody in
Yep.
the chat. We
Enjoy
love
your
y'all.
brews.
Black Friday. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something since it's Black Friday.
I don't know. You're the money
Hey,
guy.
our
There's the
jersey
money guy.
winner got his he got that black Trey Hendrickson jersey. He sent me a
Nice.
message, said he got it in the mail.
Hell yeah.
And I mailed out that hat we gave away, the Ted Karras hat. So, yep, we need another one.
Maybe I'll get a Jake Browning T-shirt or something for somebody.
Oh, you and the Jake Brown, you bought a Jake Browning jersey, so yeah,
I did. 30% off right now at NFL Shop. Go get your Jake Browning.
Yeah, I was
jersey
like,
and
man, I was eyeing a Logan Wilson jersey, and I was like, no, money's too tight right now. Don't do it, Dale.
Yep.
It was your fault because I seen that, and I seen 30. I'm like, man, I've been waiting on this.
Yeah.
I really want one of those orange Cam Taylor Britt jerseys too, because I don't have an orange jersey. But
you can get them for I think they're like $90 jerseys are right now.
Yeah, it's basically 100. It's like 97 with the 30% off. But jerseys are so expensive.
We should have waited to do the fucking giveaway for an extra 2 weeks.
Be like, you will get it on Black Friday, bitch.
God damn it.
All right, man. Love y'all. And Logan Wilson is not a dirty player as well. Speaking of Logan Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking hip drop bullshit is bullshit. All right, man. Love y'all. Thank you all for tuning in, man. Didn't know if anybody would tune in Wednesday for Thanksgiving, but, man, y'all showed up and showed out.
Appreciate it.
And I do, because that's what makes the show fun for me. It's not these fucking losers.
Right. Not you pieces of shit. It's these people in the chat.
Chop, build us a Jake Browning jersey with Bengals and Brews on the back, and I will buy it, and we will give it away.
I don't have jerseys. I don't make jerseys.
Or not jersey, a T-shirt. I'm sorry.
A Jake Browning T-shirt with what on the back?
With Bengals and Brews on the back. And then we'll give it away. That way somebody can rep Jake Browning and us.
All right, we'll talk about it.
See what I can do.
Love y'all.